it's Danny. So today's video is going to be a Burberry haul slash spring makeup tutorial. I wanted to throw the two together so I could show you which products I picked up when I went to London in Burberry, and also show you them on and show you how they apply and give you a bit of an opinion on them and actually incorporate them into a spring makeup look, because the products are all perfect for spring and summer. So this is the complete makeup look. I do have all the products on now so you can see what they look like. So in the end I ended up picking up a base product, an eyeshadow, a blusher and a lipstick, so I have quite a mixture of products to show you. So if you'd like to see how to achieve this glowing spring lights simple makeup look, then keep on watching. So I am going to start off by applying a primer. I'm simply doing this just to warm up my face and give myself a little bit more radiance. I'm going to be using a mixture of the Burberry Fresh Glow Nude Radiance Primer, which is a really lovely radiance primer for prepping your skin and making sure your makeup on top stays in place all day, plus giving you a really nice radiant healthy glow. And it's a nice champagne shade, so it's not going to be too white and harsh. And I'm going to mix in with that the This Works Perfect Look Skin Miracle, just for a little bit more colour, to give my skin a little bit of warmth, because I do find that my skin does look quite dull and sallow at the moment if I don't use this. So I'm just going to apply a pump of each of these onto my fingertips and blend it in with my fingers. So that's the kind of mixture I use, if you can see. And these two together just work really well to create a really nice warm radiant base, which just looks really natural and like you're not really wearing anything. So now onto the first product I bought from Burberry. I purchased the Burberry Fresh Glow BB Cream. This is just a really light BB cream. I got the shade Dark number 3. I did try it on to find out which shade would be best for me, and although this one is slightly too dark, because it is quite sheer and lightweight, it does blend out really nicely and help again to give me a nice warm glow. So I'm just going to give it a shake because I've never used it before, and pump some onto my fingers. I tend to, when I'm just starting out using a product, apply a really small amount, maybe the size of a 5 to 20p piece, and I'm just going to use my fingers to blend this in because it is such a light coverage. So this is it all blended in. I really like the finish of it and the coverage of it. It's very sheer and lightweight, but it does give enough coverage for me day to day, and it leaves your skin with a really nice healthy natural glow, which is obviously enhanced by the primer I used beforehand. So now that that's all blended in, I'm going to go on to apply my two favourite concealers, the Diorskin Star Concealer and the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer. I apply the Dior under my eyes and to brighten, and then the Nars on any blemishes or redness. So I just apply the Dior first. I have the shade 002 in the Dior. And again, I just blend in my concealers with my fingers most of the time, especially if I'm going for a really nice lightweight coverage. I'm not going to use too much of the Nars one, but I do like to just use a little tiny bit, a little bit lower down under my eyes where the Dior doesn't quite cover, because I do have quite deep dark circles just here which do cover quite easily, but the Dior just is a little bit too thin for it. And then just a tiny bit around my nose, and then I have a couple of blemish scars on my cheeks which I just need to lightly cover up. And when I use a lightweight base like this, which is quite glowy, I do like to set it in place, otherwise I do find it tends to disappear throughout the day. So I'm just going to set it with the Bourjois Healthy Balance Powder and the Real Techniques Duo Fibre Contour Brush. And I'm literally just setting under the eyes, around the eyes, around my nose, my chin, and the centre of my forehead. Next, onto brows. I do brows no matter what, even if I'm wearing a really light makeup look, so I'm going to use the Chantecaille Waterproof Brow Definer in Oak Brown and the MAC Brow Set in Show Off, which is just the brownie colour. And I'm just going to really quickly speed this up because I have shown my brow routine quite a few times over the years. Okay, so that's brows all done, and now going back onto face makeup, I'm going to apply my bronzer, and I'm going to be using the Clarins Summer Bronzing Compact. This was the one from a couple of years ago, but they do bring one out every single year, so there should be a new one coming out in a month or so's time so that you can use it for this makeup look. Also, I do really love this bronzer. I bring it out every single summer because it's just a perfect warm weather bronzer. It's a really nice warm bronzer, but it's not too warm that it looks orange. It just really helps to enhance a tan and just make you look really naturally healthy and glowy and bronzed and beautiful. So I really do love this, and I'm just going to apply it with my Nars, I think this is the Me brush. I will write it in the description box along with the rest of the products as always, and I'm just going to sort of contour slash bronze with this. So I apply it in the hollows but then blend it up a little bit. This brush does shed, and then on the other side, and then I also bring a little bit on the temples and a little bit around the rest of the face and down the neck, just to warm everywhere up. Okay, so next I'm going to move on to my highlight, because I am going to be using a cream highlighter, so I like to apply it before my blush. In the summer and spring I do tend to wear a lot heavier highlights, and I find that if I want a lot more of a noticeable highlight, a cream product is best to use, because then it doesn't look too fake and it doesn't look too powdery on the skin. So I'm going to be using the Jouer highlighter in Champagne. I got this from Cult Beauty I think last year, and it's just a really lovely champagne coloured cream highlight, and I'm just going to apply this with my fingers to the high points. And then finally for face, I'm going to apply my blush, and this is another product which I picked up from Burberry, and it is the Light Glow Blush in Tangerine Blush. And this is just a really, really lovely pinky peachy colour, but it's not too in your face. Hopefully you can see the shade there well. As you can see, it's just a really nice colour to really brighten up your cheeks and add a bit of a light flush, but nothing too in your face, so just perfect for a light spring makeup look. And I'm going to apply that with my Nars brush again. Which, as I said, sheds like mad. So that's the face makeup all done, so now I'm going to go back onto eyes, and before I apply any eye makeup I'm going to apply my MAC Paint Pot in Painterly, which is just a really nice nudie shade to blank out your eyelids and make sure your eyeshadow stays in place. And then for my eyeshadow I'm going to be using a product which I've wanted for such a long time, and I finally managed to pick up in my recent Burberry haul, and it is the Burberry eyeshadow in Pale Barley, which is such a popular shade, and when I swatched it I could really see why, and I just had to definitely pick it up as I knew I'd get so much use out of it. So I'm just going to apply that with a flat brush. I tend to just use this cheap one which I bought from H&M. I have no idea what it's called. I think it's just their eyeshadow brush. And I'm just going to apply that all over the lid. And it's so hard to describe what kind of a shade this is. It's kind of a taupey, shimmery, champagne-y, bronzy kind of shade. It's a very strange colour. It's very unique, and I would say I definitely do not have anything else like this in my collection. So that's Pale Barley applied all over the lid. Hopefully you can see, I'm not sure if you will because it's quite a light shade. And then because I do always like a little bit of definition in the crease, I'm going to take this shade here from my Burberry Quad. This is the Complete Eye Palette in Mocha. I did mention this in my Catch Up Get Ready With Me video I posted, saying it was one of my favourites, but I couldn't remember what it was called. So this is what it is. So yeah, shade Mocha of the Complete Eye Palette. Okay, so that's eyeshadow all done, and next I'm just going to move on to mascara. My Clinique mascara is finally starting to dry up, I've realised, and when I want a light spring makeup look like this, I don't really like to use it too much because it is quite a full-on mascara. So I'm just going to use a mixture of the YSL Baby Doll mascara, this is just a little sample, and the Kevyn Aucoin, the Essential mascara, which I love, and this is a sample as well. So I'm going to apply the Kevyn Aucoin first. And I'm literally only applying a tiny wincy bit of the YSL just for a little bit of definition, and I'm also going to put it on my bottom lashes. And then finally onto lipstick. For me, no makeup look is complete without a lipstick. I just find it really finishes off the look and ties everything together, and I did pick up one from Burberry, but first of all I'm just going to line my lips with the Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheats in Pillow Talk, which I love and I use with every single lipstick colour. Okay, so now that's all done, I can show you the lipstick, and this is what Burberry lipsticks look like. If you've never seen one before, they are beautiful, they're so well packaged and they're so sturdy and quite weighty, which is good because obviously they are a higher end lipstick, so they are a little bit more pricey, and they have a really lovely magnetic closure. Never gets old. And this is the colour I bought. It is the shade Pink Peony from the Burberry Kisses range, which I think is their newest range. It's such a lovely shade and it looks so lovely on, which you will see. So if you've seen my videos before and you watched them last year when I made videos, you're probably thinking, whoa, that's a very different shade for you, Danny. Yes it is. I never normally wear pink shades like this, but this summer I really wanted to get into more pink shades because I do really love them and I think they look really nice and brightening and perfect for summer. So I purchased this one because I knew it was a little bit out of my comfort zone, but I did try it on and I did think it looked really nice. So the formula of these lipsticks is really interesting. They do have a slight matte finish to them, but they are really nice and hydrating, and they're not 100% matte. They do have a very slight sheen to them, so it's just a very nice natural finish. They don't look too matte or too shiny and slippery, so they do last a really long time on the lips. I did keep this lipstick on when I tried it on for the rest of the day and it did last quite a while. So this is the finished look. I hope you enjoyed this makeup tutorial, and do let me know what you think of the Burberry products I picked up. I do love all of them and I think they're all perfect for summer, which is coming up so soon. I can't wait for it to start getting warmer and going out in summer clothes and shorts rather than jumpers and jeans and coats every single day, which is really getting boring now. Do check out the down bar for all of the products I use so you can find out exactly what they're called and order them if you do really like this look. And do let me know in the comment section if you did like this makeup look and if you'd like to see any more spring summer orientated makeup looks. So as always guys, do like this video if you liked it. It does really help out my channel, and let me know which videos you like to see best. And do subscribe to see more of my videos. I will be uploading every Sunday for the next few weeks, and then hopefully going up to 2 videos a week from sort of May, June time. So yeah, do subscribe to see more of my videos, and